So take a moment to remember a time when someone was trying to change your mind, right? Just put yourself in the other person's shoes. Think back. Did that experience involve someone screaming at you or trying to shame you as they tried to change your perspective? And you'd probably realize that no. If someone was really trying to help me to see things their way, screaming and shaming me was probably not the best method. So likewise, now that you might be, when the tables are turned, you probably don't want to scream and try to shame the person into seeing things your way.
So the first core pillar of emotional intelligence, which is the foundation of having a good relationship with yourself, is just that first step of self-awareness. Understanding your emotions, understanding your life experiences, how they've impacted you, understanding your patterns, so you can see where they're healthy and you can see where they're not healthy. And you can kind of even notice some of those subconscious defense mechanisms or ways that you protect yourself that actually end up hurting others and even sometimes yourself.
Right? Christianity is not a one size fit all as far as what inspires us and what motivates us and how we learn God and how we connect with God, right? Key thing is God is standing at the door knocking, and you have to create space to let him in. How you create that space is up to you. Grief and dealing with grief and dealing with loss, how to overcome, how to cope. And so I'm going to ask Crystal if she could tell us just a little bit about what we can expect over the next 2 weeks from Temple Talk Tuesdays.
Yes. So Temple Talk, we're kicking off on the 13th, and it's the grief sensitivity training. And we'll be talking about just basically what is grief, why we grieve, how it affects us. Sometimes we think of grief just as something emotional, but it does have, physical impacts as well as spiritual impacts. And for the following week on the 20th, we're going to try to make it a little bit more practical. I'll be sharing some coping tips and some hoping tips. And I want to kind of get some testimonies, from people who have gone through the grief journey and things that work for them. And, some feedback on those of us who are looking to be supportive to our loved ones who are grieving, things that they can do, practical things that you can do to help your loved one better cope with their grief. So the first part will be more educational, and then the second part will be practical, because we can't just have it up here, but we got to put it into action, right? Faith without works is dead. So we don't just want to walk around, with a whole bunch of knowledge, but we want that knowledge to reach our hearts and that it could be manifested out in our lives and be shared out to the world, because we want to take these tools so that we can be better all around, and it's for the glory of God.
Right.
Yes, to glorify God. So that's what you can look forward to. And if you right now are in need of any grief help or support, you could check out my Facebook group. Mm-hmm. It is God's Good Grief _support group on Facebook. Just send a request to join. You could check out the page at God's Good Grief. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, my website, godsgoodgrief.org. And I look forward to talking and connecting with you guys and sharing experiences so we can help each other and we can grow and we can move forward. I think that you're just, exempt from grief, or that you're just going to get over it. Grief is definitely a journey, and it's one that we are going to be dealing with throughout this lifetime as we're here in this sinful world until Jesus comes to put it to an end. So we're always going to be grieving over something. We just need to know how to manage it, so we can continue moving forward in life.
All right. So you heard it all. She said enough. If you yourself going through grief, and not just the loss of a loved one through death, but grief comes in all shapes and forms. You could have lost a job. You could have, lost a significant other spouse through divorce or whatever. There's a process of
child.
And Crystal definitely has the tools to help you get through it. So join us this Tuesday, July 13th, and also next Tuesday, July 20th, 7 p.m. We'll put the Zoom information below so that you can join us live. And then if you can't, we'll be posting on the Temple Talk Tuesday YouTube channel. So we want you to come, and we also want you to share with somebody else. So thank you guys for always supporting. Thanks for the love, and we'll see you then.